Well, I have long hair, and I
Okay.
have like a peanut butter color, like ombre at the end.
Okay.
So I love it. I was really late on the ombre trend.
Okay.
I kind of avoided it because I really liked. I've never really have done anything to my hair until a few months ago, and I love it. And it's not
Fantastic.
like a full ombre. It's not like a very, very strong. I kind of over that very harsh line.
I was
So it's
just
very,
going to
very
say that.
subtle.
That's beautiful. Okay.
But I know that, we've gone from platinum blonde all the way to rainbow ombre the past few seasons. So what do you think the next go-to hair color is going to be for fall?
It's so funny. It's kind of what you're having. I mean, I was just
Oh, cool.
saying,
Okay.
saying to the last girl, it was like we had that heavy dip for so long, and it just ruined your ends. So that's when we went to like, well, the only thing we can throw on our completely fried ends is like a bright color, either a green or a blue or a purple. And that's great for a moment. That's definitely a trend. So that's not something that's just gonna be like, oh my God, my hair is so beautiful. Which I think as the fall starts coming, that's kind of what everybody goes back into as we throw the flip flops off and get back into our heels. It's kind of like, let's start looking like beautiful women again, and not just like, wow, we're busted girls at the beach partying.
Yeah.
So, I think all that, all the heavy bleaching and all that heavy coloring is going to be gone. It's just too much maintenance. It washes out, in too long. It's just not worth it. And it's not natural, we want to be natural. We want to be beauty. We want to embrace what we have, I feel like. So I still love the fact that the color is going to be growing out. I don't want to go back to the highlights and the stripes on the roots. I really feel like the roots should be as natural as possible. But the pieces
Okay.
that you do color need to accentuate something, whether it be your eyes or your lips or like my little sister's got the cutest dimples, so I'm always like, just start her highlights right at her dimples, and let them fade down from there into almost like a beautiful tone. And it sounds like that kind of buttery tone that you have going on would be absolutely like just beautiful. So I think
Okay.
I would say stay with the course. It sounds like you know what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I was on a whim. I always wanted to do something. I found a great picture of Kim Kardashian recently, and she
Okay.
had that really soft ombre, and that's the photo I brought in
Yeah.
when I got my hair done a few months ago.
Excellent.
But
Where are you from?
I live here in New York City.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, so I get to see, walking around in Soho and all these fashionable neighborhoods, I get to see these trends happen in front of me.
And then
But
you can
I
let
am
the inspiration
from-
come to you.
Right. I am from a small town in Connecticut, and there they are definitely quite a few seasons behind.
Right.
They're just starting to get into ombre
Right.
and the bright colors and everything. So,
Well,
I
yeah,
get to see.
that's one of the things about when we live in the city here. It's, we definitely we're exposed to so much, and we're exposed to so much that doesn't shock us anymore. So
Right.
it's kind of like for us to even turn heads now, it's like it doesn't even really happen anymore. So, I can see but out in, the rural areas, there aren't a lot of people that want to make those statements and take those stands with their looks. But I feel if it's done beautifully, it can be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that still shocks me is some of the hairstyles I see at New York Fashion Week, which is right around the corner. So what do you think we're going to see on the runway in September?
Oh God, I hope some big hair. I hope some feminine hair. That's the thing. You're right. I mean, Fashion Week, I feel like it's so anti-hair, and it's just like the uglier the hair, the better, so that everyone looks at the clothes. And
Yeah.
it's just like one of those things where, working those shows and all of that kind of stuff, they're so hectic. And, and you don't really get, it's definitely not, that's the time where it's quantity, not quality. It's like, just get it done, get her in her thing and let her walk. So,
Right.
Fashion Week and trends, that always, I actually like to look at the front row of like Fashion Week and what the tastemakers are actually doing, because they're not sitting there being barked at by some whole team of stylists that don't really care about the hair. So, I feel with Fashion Week, a lot of last year was the braids and lots of little chignons and the way you twisted these little ropey braids around. I would like to see more bigger styles, billowy, beautiful hair, even more of like that, Veronica Lake type styles, because I have been really liking a lot of the one-sided, very, very heavy one-sided things. And if it could be done beautifully, I think, a lot of women will go back to embracing those like Great Gatsby feels and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I was wondering if anything would happen with any Fashion Week shows would be infused with the 1920s.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would
Because
love
of
to
the
see.
movie.
I would love to see that start happening. I just feel like it's kind of a sad thing because it's such a lost art for hairdressers, like the setting and knowing how to do the finger waves and all of that kind of stuff. So it does get hard on Fashion Week because everybody ends up just like disheveling everything, because once you try to do something beautiful and it doesn't get there, then it just kind of looks neither here nor there. So that's why I think on Fashion Week it's like, oh, it's a finger wave, but it's very messy. And it's like, that's just because you couldn't do a pretty one. You know,
Yeah.
so I really think that Fashion Week will inspire people to kind of do, obviously always a prettier version of everything. I mean, even when you look at the shows, the shows are all there for inspirations for the collections. That's not actually the collection you'll be wearing. So, it's all for inspiration purposes and just for us all to kind of embrace change, really.
Now, I have a few questions for regular girls.
Okay.
So we all want healthy, shiny, frizz-free hair. So
Yep.
how do we achieve it? What's that one product we need to put in our hair, or that one thing that we need to do to actually have that perfect glossy hair?
Okay, there's a couple things. The most important thing is in the shower what you're using, and that's you need something that's going to nourish it. Because if you want that beautiful, like silky, touchable hair, you need to have something that nourishes it and adds a ton of moisture. So right now, Dove's Daily Moisture shampoo is absolutely fantastic, and their conditioner as well. The conditioner actually, when I first tested it, it was so creamy that I thought it was a lotion. Like it was not one of those,
Oh, wow.
conditioners that feel like it's a big, like jug of goo in your hand. And so that in itself, and the way they've reformulated it, it's all brand new, and it's their most effective conditioner at the moment. And it basically gives your hair 5 times the smoothness just in that product alone, just because of the tri-silicones and the way that the actual product disperses. So that, for your readers and the bang for the buck, that will change all of their lives right there.
Okay.
Second thing is, take your blow dryer and don't blow dry your hair in your bathroom. Take it out in your living room next to your AC where there's not massive already moisture in the air from your shower.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that might be another thing where women can actually blow dry their hair in a room that isn't already full of moisture. It'll save their life.
Okay. I never thought about that, but yeah, that's completely a good point.
Yep, you'll
That
have
we're
to
blow
try
drying
it
our
out
hair
tomorrow
in,
for me.
this muggy, humid area. Now, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one cut that you think everyone will be going for this fall?
Ooh, the one cut.
Yeah, because, we've gone from pixies, bobs,
Yep.
long layers. Like, what's the new thing?
I am loving right now, I'm really loving Taylor Swift's look right now with her really cool, like chic, choppy, messy little bang. But then all of
Okay.
her layers are like totally seamless, which I love. Like her layers are blended so beautifully that, it almost looks like everything cascades in this amazing way. But the disconnection from her bang, like all the way down, like below her chin, I just love, because it just gives such a mod feel to it, but in like a really girly way. So I love that for the young. I think styling is going to be, the bigger thing with more of like the glam styling coming back. And if you're a short-haired girl, I really feel like just that really chic bob and wearing it in like waves. I think the way you're going to start wearing your bob will be different. The waves are going to leave the long hair and come to the short hair. And, and so that's why you're going to get those great little Gatsby curls around your face and things like that.
Okay. So I think you answered all of our questions.
Excellent. And if you need anything else, honey, and also for your readers, if they want to come to dove.com/greathairaffair, they can upload pictures of their hair and they can get, we're actually doing a huge promotion right now, giving away a ton of stuff. And I think it would just benefit everybody in that situation.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna run out and try that shampoo and conditioner.
Excellent. And if the Dove dry shampoo's there too, buy all of it. Just take all of it
Okay,
off.
great.
It's
I
the best
definitely
one
will
on the
do it.
market.
I love dry shampoo.
Yeah, it's by far the best one on the market. Everyone's going crazy for it. So if it's there, just take all of them.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you
very
so
welcome,
much.
Amanda. It was great speaking with you.